clay that was pretty much a cone shape, which is what you're looking for when you center. You'll lower the mass of the clay by pushing down. And you can see by the lines that form that the center of the clay is right here. So I'll put some pressure inward, right there. And you can see, now we'll zoom the camera in as I open. Putting pressure from the inside to the out. When my clay was centered, it'll all be pretty smooth. So now I should have a pretty well-centered piece of clay. Now, why is it red clay? And the answer to that is because I'm making pieces that are unglazed terracotta clay. I have a carving on it from Southwestern design. White clay, red clay, doesn't matter what kind. Typically, in my case, I would glaze a piece of white clay, and the red clay I'll leave it unglazed. So now we have a low cylinder with a thick wall, and what I'm doing is putting in and out pressure with both hands. And as I slowly come up, the wall thins. I keep doing that until I have approximately the right thickness that I want. The thickness would be approximately 1/4 of an inch. If it's much more than that, the piece will be heavy. Thinner is okay. And basically I'm going for a cylinder shape. I'm going to do one more, you can call it a draw or a pull, whatever. Going from the very bottom, I want to bring up any extra clay that's at the base. Putting a little ridge on the inside with my fingers, and you can see a little bit of a ridge on the outside where I'm pushing in. And that sort of defines where my fingers are. And then I just bring that little ridge up. How much pressure is a good question. It takes a relatively steady pressure inward. If it's not thinning for you, that means you don't have enough pressure. If you push a hole in it, or it gets too thin in one spot and too thick in another, it means that you had uneven pressure. In and out, coming out. So now I'm almost at the point, I have pretty much of a cylinder. I'm going to go one more time, just because if I have it just the right thickness for shaping, typically a little thicker at the bottom, a little thinner at the top, but from maybe this far up to the top it should be about equal thickness. Okay. Next step is we have a metal tool, and what I will do is I'll press the clay outward to that tool, and I'll curve the piece of clay by curving the blade, if you will. Start somewhere near the bottom. Again, you can feel the clay give as you push out, and you can see it take a shape. In this case, I want pretty much of a round piece, so I'll leave it smaller at the top, put the pressure at the bottom and the center to bring that out into a curve. Now there is a danger, of course, that you can push too far. It thins as you push out. So if you push out, you can kind of tell by the look of it as well. But the feel is a little bit important here. You need to do it very slowly. Almost as you see the tool come up, you can tell the speed that my hand is on the inside as well. So I'm not too far from where I want to be. I'm going to close the neck in just a little bit with the tool. And like I said, I want pretty much of a round or a flat round shape. So I'm going to go to the bottom, push out just a little bit. That'll give me the size of the bottom of the pot. I'm going to come back to the middle and hold that curve just to kind of strengthen it. And I'll come to the very top, and again I'm going to push in just a little bit, sort of define for the sake of the piece that I'm going to do, I need to have it a little bit wider. So if everything else is pretty much done, the very last thing I'll do is I'll put that last push on it because it's getting a little bit soft and has a tendency to go out of shape when you get it very thin. So that'll be the very last thing I do. I'm going to trim the rim so that it doesn't require any finishing up that very little. Just taking a little bit of that excess clay on the top that's uneven. Trimming that, and then one more time I'll dampen the lift. So basically I'm finishing the top of the piece before I finish the lower part, just to make sure I'm not putting a lot of pressure on the thin clay. Now I'm going to come back down one time, hopefully, just one time. Push to the bottom, and now you should see it coming out. Up to the middle, and also just coming out maybe less than 1/4 of an inch in the shaping. And then I'll start pushing inward pressure. It's going to keep that neck closed. And now one more time. Make sure I don't push the center out too far. And then back to the bottom, the very bottom. Get that sort of flattened curve. Hear the fiddles playing low, snuggle down and gumbo with the making of the Cajun rhythm. Just a little more to close it. Use my fingernails to define the rim. Big little groove in there. And on this one I'm going to flare it just a little bit. My Cajun loving man, I give him all the love I can. If he can get the love at home, I can get the love at home. My Cajun loving man. Now I have a tool that I use to take it off the wheel. First I undercut it with this wooden tool. It's mysteriously like a wooden spoon with part of it missing, which it is. So put that tool right down to the very base of the piece. Cut away the excess clay. Turn the tool sideways and scrape that off. In the very last stage I'll throw a little water on there. Some people don't like doing this, they rather put it on a bat. A round circle, pick that whole bat up. I'm doing a lot of pieces, I don't have a lot of bats, so sort of flip the surface of the wheel, turn it slowly, and it will cut right to the bottom. And then I'm ready to this way back. That's Italiano. First the reason that the you can count on romance and all the evening goes to the close. You're not the only woman who knows.